I've always been a thrill seeker who craves the adrenaline rush of pushing boundaries and exploring the unknown. So, when I stumbled upon a cryptic link leading to the dark web, I couldn't resist the allure of the forbidden. Navigating through the maze of encrypted sites and hidden forums felt like entering a digital twilight zone. An unsettling silence hung heavy, punctuated only by the rhythmic hum of my computer and the occasional flicker of code. It was a world where anonymity reigned supreme, and the rules of the real world seemed to dissolve into thin air. As I ventured deeper, a shroud of secrecy seemed to envelop every corner. Whispers of unspeakable horrors and tales of despair danced in the shadows. It was here, amidst this digital desolation, that I stumbled upon a form shrouded in darkness. Its threads were woven with chilling narratives, each one a testament to the darkest recesses of the human psyche. One particular post, titled "The Red Room," sent shivers down my spine. Intrigued by the ominous title, I delved deeper, my heart pounding with a morbid curiosity. The post spoke of a live stream. A clandestine haven is known as the Red Room, where viewers could pay a hefty price to witness the unthinkable acts of unimaginable violence and depravity unfolding in real time. At first, I dismissed it as a twisted online myth, a cruel fabrication to exploit the morbid curiosity of the desperate and depraved. Yet, a chilling unease gnawed at me, a sense of dread that refused to be quelled. The post insisted that the Red Room wasn't a mere legend. It was a chilling reality, a hidden corner of the internet where humanity's darkest desires were laid bare for a price. Anyone, it claimed, could become a spectator to the unimaginable horror, a voyeur to the abyss. Curiosity, a morbid fascination, wrestled with my better judgment. Finally, succumbing to the insidious pull of the unknown, I clicked on the provided link. My breath hitched as the screen flickered, revealing a solitary, unadorned web page adorned with a single button, a button promising access to the Red Room. With trembling fingers, I clicked. The world dissolved into a vortex of digital darkness, broken only by a faint, flickering light. In its sickly glow, a bound figure lay sprawled in the center of the room, their muffled screams echoing eerily through the digital void. Then, from the shadows, emerged a menacing silhouette, a figure wielding a glint of cold steel. I watched, transfixed by a horrifying mix of repulsion and morbid fascination as the scene unfolded before me. The brutality that followed was beyond comprehension, a nightmarish tableau that would stain my soul and forever haunt my dreams. In that moment, the true face of the dark web unveiled itself. It wasn't the haven of free-flowing information and anonymity I had envisioned. It was a festering pit of human depravity, a testament to the darkest corners of the human psyche. I slammed my laptop shut, and the lingering image of the Red Room burned into my retinas. The room's silence felt suffocating, the darkness pressing in on me. I knew, with a chilling certainty, that the horrors I witnessed would forever lurk in the recesses of my mind, a constant reminder of the darkness that festers just beneath the surface of our world. The abyss has always held a peculiar allure for me, not the vast, star-studded void of space, but the hidden corners of the internet, the digital underbelly where secrets fester and forbidden knowledge beckons. So, when I stumbled upon a cryptic forum on the dark web dedicated to the occult, I couldn't resist the urge to delve into its depths. This forum wasn't like anything I had ever encountered before. It was a haven for those who dared to pierce the veil of the unknown. A digital coven where discussions on ancient rituals and contemporary witchcraft unfolded like forbidden incantations. Each thread was more unsettling than the last, a tapestry woven from whispers of forgotten gods and practices so dark they threatened to stain the very fabric of reality. But it was one particular post that snagged my attention. Its title, like a barbed hook, The Summoning. Curiosity gnawed at me, and with a click, I found myself plunged into its depths. The post outlined a ritual, a method to summon a demon from the desolate plains of the underworld, promising the summoner unimaginable power and wealth in exchange for their immortal essence. Initially, I scoffed at the absurdity of it all. Demons were figments of superstition. Yet, as I devoured the words, a seed of doubt burrowed into my mind. What if there was a shred of truth to it? What if the veil between worlds was thinner than I dared to imagine, driven by a potent mix of morbid curiosity and gnawing desperation? I became obsessed with the ritual. I scoured the forum, meticulously piecing together fragments of knowledge from various threads, like a scholar deciphering an ancient tome. Days turned into weeks as I built a twisted understanding of the summoning process, the price of such forbidden power etched into my mind. And then, on a night shrouded in ominous silence, I decided to test my newfound knowledge. I gathered the macabre ingredients, a candle black as despair, a chalice brimming with the crimson essence of life, and a sigil drawn in chalk, its lines pulsing with unnatural energy against the aged floorboards. As the clock tolled midnight, I ignited the candle, its flickering flame casting grotesque shadows across the room. I began to chant the incantation, the words tasting foul on my tongue like a promise whispered in the darkness. At first, nothing happened. The room remained an unsettling tableau of stillness, the only sound the frantic rhythm of my heart echoing in the silence. But then, a shift, a subtle tremor in the air, a prickling sensation on the back of my neck. The shadows writhed and contorted, morphing into a swirling vortex of darkness, its depths pulsating with otherworldly energy. From this abyss, with a deafening roar that shattered the silence, emerged a figure. Cloaked in an inky blackness, its form was a grotesque parody of humanity. Eyes, burning with an unholy fire, pierced through the gloom, pinning me to the spot like a macabre insect. I had summoned a creature from the abyss, a demon given corporeality by my desperate hand. Fear, primal and cold, clawed its way up my throat. I stared into its malevolent visage, the weight of my actions pressing down on me like a suffocating shroud. Before I could even contemplate escape, the demon spoke its voice, a guttural growl that sent shivers down my spine. "What is it that you desire?" it rumbled, the words vibrating through the very floorboards. For a moment, I was tempted. Wealth, unimaginable power, fulfillment of my darkest desires, all within reach. But as I looked into the demon's eyes, a wave of revulsion washed over me. I had bartered my soul for a fleeting moment of empowerment, and the realization of my folly hit me like a physical blow. With a trembling voice, I spoke my final wish, not for power or riches, but for release. I wish for you to return from whence you came," I stammered, my voice barely above a whisper. A cruel smile stretched across the demon's face, devoid of humor but brimming with malice. "As you wish," it rasped, its voice echoing through the room. With a final, chilling laugh, it vanished back into the swirling vortex, leaving me alone in the oppressive darkness. As I sat there, the weight of my actions pressing down on me, I finally understood the true horror of the dark web. It wasn't a place of knowledge or power. but a labyrinth of shadows, a playground for malevolent forces waiting to prey on the unwary. I shut down my laptop, the screen reflecting the space where the demon once stood. The darkness of the room felt suffocating, yet oddly comforting compared to the chilling presence I had banished one thing. The lure of the macabre, the insatiable hunger for the unsettling. It's a peculiar affliction that has plagued me for as long as I can remember. This peculiar yearning led me down a path I never imagined, a descent into the labyrinthine depths of the dark web, a realm shrouded in anonymity and whispered secrets. My descent began innocently enough, fueled by a friend's morbid curiosity. He mentioned a website rumored to house content so disturbing, so beyond the pale, that it would scar even the most seasoned internet veteran. The challenge, the forbidden fruit of a digital orchard, it proved irresistible. Armed with a stolen sense of bravado and a veil of anonymity, I ventured into the digital abyss. The air itself seemed to crackle with a static tension, a sense of foreboding that clung to me like a shroud. I was a spelunker, venturing into an unknown cave, a naive fool unaware of the horrors that lurked in the shadows. What I unearthed was a cesspool of depravity, a digital graveyard where humanity's darkest impulses lay strewn bare. Images, each more horrifying than the last, flickered across the screen, scenes of violence so visceral they seemed to bleed through the pixels, acts of torture so unimaginable they twisted the very fabric of reality. But it was the live streams that truly sent shivers down my spine. One featured a masked figure, their eyes glinting with a manic hunger, looming over a bound and gagged victim. Another showcased a pack of feral humans, their faces contorted into grotesque masks of glee, hunting down their prey on deserted streets. A part of me, a rational, self-preserving part, screamed at me to turn back, to slam the digital door shut, cleanse my eyes with bleach, and scrub the very memory of what I had witnessed from my mind. But morbid curiosity, like a parasite, had burrowed deep within me, compelling me to delve deeper into the abyss. And then the blood ran cold in my veins as I scrolled through the unending stream of filth. A single video transfixed me. It was me, sitting at my computer, completely oblivious to the unseen audience watching my every move. Panic surged through me, a tidal wave of terror that threatened to drown me. The gravity of my situation crashed down upon me like a collapsing star. I was no longer a voyeur, but the unwilling star in a macabre spectacle. Someone, or something, had been monitoring my every move, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And now I was exposed, vulnerable, a fly trapped in a spider's web. With trembling hands, I fumbled for the power button, desperate to sever the connection, to escape the nightmare that had become my reality. But a message materialized on the screen, chilling me to the core. "We know where you live." The words hung in the air like a death knell, a stark reminder of the unseen horrors that lurked in the shadows of the dark web. I was trapped, not in the digital world, but in my own home, a prisoner of my curiosity. The messages still come, sporadically, taunts from the shadows. Some show me glimpses of my day, a chilling reminder of their reach. Others are mere whispers, a constant reminder that I may never truly escape the darkness I so willingly embraced. The dark web holds secrets, yes, but they are not the secrets we seek. They are whispers in the static, promises of nightmares, and the chilling realization that sometimes the most terrifying things we encounter are not monsters on a screen, but the darkness within ourselves.